Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel and welcome to our match recap from the big awaited clash. It was Spain and Germany, and what a game we got in our hands. We got 120 minutes of football, we got late drama, and end up getting a Spanish win. They secure their spot in the semi-finals, but we'll get through all of that just after we break down the play-by-play of this game here. And it started straight away, like most games have in the Euro so far. In the first minute, Pedri was played through by Alvaro Morata, and his shot just on the edge of the area, I think he didn't make the most of it. Hit it straight at Manuel Neuer, and he was able to make a comfortable save in the first minute. But from the first minute, we saw Spanish intensity. Marc Cucurella going strong into a challenge of Morata holding off Antonio Rudiger and then playing the ball to Pedri. So they came ready to play from the start, and they continue to be, I guess, the dominant side for the opening 10 or so minutes. A Lamine Yamal free kick in the 14th minute, which was won by Dani Olmo, who came off from the bench to replace Pedri. He picked up a knock from Toni Kroos's challenge. He made a big impact in this game. We'll talk about him a little bit later, but he won a foul just on the edge of the area. A free kick which Lamine Yamal would take. His free kick went low under the wall, but didn't hit the target yet again. Another chance where the player's gone under the wall, but hasn't hit the target. Very important to get the shot on target. And unfortunately, that went wide of the post. So Spain's early dominance did not get rewarded with a goal. Kai Havertz, though, would become the next player with a chance. In the 21st minute, massive chance. Joshua Kimmich was having a field down on the right-hand channel with Nico Williams not tracking back defensively. He was able to get a ball into the area. Kai Havertz rising for a free header. Got it down. He got the header down, but it was very central. And once again, Unai Simon was able to make an important save. And Havertz would have another chance again in the 35th minute. Long ball for Antonio Rudiger. Again, a very stereotypical Antonio Rudiger ball taken down by Kai Havertz. A fantastic first touch to get away from the defender. His second touch was the shot. Was timid and tame though, so that effort also quite easily saved by Unai Simon. But as the game sort of progressed, it was Germany gaining control of possession, gaining control of the tempo of the game. And after Spanish, a good 10 to 15 minutes from the start, Germany had dominated the second half of that first half, really controlling the pace of the game. In midfield, Toni Kroos getting a lot on the ball, Ilkay Gundogan getting a lot on the ball, and it was chance created from the likes of Musiala and for Kai Havertz. It was just a shame that no one could find the back of the net. You thought Germany would rue those missed opportunities late in that first half there, especially considering the Spanish efforts were sort of long range. Dani Olmo having a long range 39th minute effort, but outside of that, it was a really lack of goal mouth action for Spain come the second half of the opening 45 minutes. Spain had all the momentum. Germany had all the momentum. We went into half-time 0-0, but you felt like Germany were on top. Obviously, home ground advantage. Building into the game, the defence looked really, really solid. Antonio Rudiger and Jonathan Tah looking very comfortable at the back. Joshua Kimmich was having a field down the right-hand channel, and there wasn't enough ball at the feet of Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, and those superstars for Spain. Even though Rodri not really getting a real stranglehold of the game, and it just felt like it was favouring in the Germany direction. At half-time, Florian Wirtz to be introduced off the bench alongside Robert Andrich as well to get a bit more of a spark in that Germany side. And you thought it'd work. However, it was the Spanish who made the greatest start. Lamine Yamal was set off by Alvaro Morata down the right-hand channel. His first real chance to run at a defender. The Ram backpedaled. And when Lamine Yamal saw that late run at Dani Olmo, who played the ball so smartly across the edge of the area, picking out the oncoming Dani Olmo. And I thought at the time, when you look at the live show, I didn't really react too well because I thought he scuffed the shot, but he just really precisely placed that into the bottom left-hand corner to open the scoring for the game and open the scoring for the Spanish against the run of play in many regards. Yes, they started the second half, the better side, but they ended that first half quite poorly. So he scored there in the 51st minute, stroking that ball home into the bottom left-hand corner to make it 1-0. And at that point in time, it was advantage Spain, and they would continue to be on the front foot for a little bit here. It was a lack of real chance, though, to follow that. Alvaro Morata not getting many opportunities. Nico Williams was trying his best to create something, but they didn't really get any more clear-cut chances for a while. It was Robert Andrich, who was the next player to have a shot on goal, set up well by a great German, build-up, flicked on by Nicholas Füllkrug. He was introduced to the game, and his quality and ability to hold the ball up in the box and head on the ball was very, very important. It set up Robert Andrich's long-range effort, which was saved quite well by Unai Simon. But Spain continue to struggle. They set deeper and deeper. So it's sort of unstereotypical of what they've been doing in this tournament so far. And by the 80th minute, the likes of Nico Williams, Alvaro Morata, as well as Lamine Yamal all taken off. So Spain had just been happy with sort of consolidating and sitting back and absorbing the pressure and finally take the 1-0 result. But however, the German pressure was continuing to pile on. Nicholas Füllkrug went inches away from equalising in the 77th minute. Florian Wirtz was played in behind by, once again, Joshua Kimmich. His ball across the area, finding Nicholas Füllkrug. He was falling to the ground, and that sort of affected his shot, hit the ball straight off the upright, and it came straight back off the outright and back into play. A massive missed opportunity there. Then Kai Havertz arguably missed the chance of the game, the 82nd minute. Unai Simon's poor clearance picked up by Kai Havertz. His heavy touch to get in past the defenders was there. Unai Simon decides to wander out to the edge of his box and then decide he's not going to make it to the ball in time. And Kai Havertz had two options: to chip the keeper, which he took, or square the ball to Florian Wirtz. He had a free goal to walk into. He took the first option, and that chip went over the crossbar. Another massive missed opportunity. You could count 3 or 4 for Kai Havertz in this game, and he thought at that point in time, Florian Wirtz to walk the ball in his own net, 83rd minute, all the momentum with the German side. They could have gone and won it in regulation. However, that chance was missed. But finally, the German momentum, the German attacking threat was finally shown. And in the 89th minute, Florian Wirtz would get onto the end of Joshua Kimmich's headed ball back into a dangerous spot on the half volley. A fantastic struck ball in off the upright and into the back of the net, using his Leverkusen powers to score right at the end of a game to secure that equalising goal for Germany and kickstart them once again, because they had all the momentum. They just couldn't find the back of the net. It felt like it was a hopeless task to try and find a goal, but Florian Wirtz was able to provide that. And with the last kick of the game, Thomas Muller could have actually won it for Germany, coming at the front post, getting his right foot on the ball, but just putting it wide of that left-hand goal post there. So Germany close, not able to get the winning goal. However, they went in with all the momentum into added time. However, Spain managed well. They started the first half extra time very, very solid. Mikel Oyarzabal in the 104th minute, nearly killing an effort past Neuer into the far left-hand corner. It was a sign for Spain. They had a bit more quality. Those players have been subbed on the pitch. Oyarzabal, Ferran Torres, Joselu as well. They're starting to work into the game, looking a bit more comfortable on the ball. Roger was getting a bit of more of a stranglehold in the game from sort of the 78th minute onwards. He was trying to control the ball and control the tempo against all that German onslaught of attack. And Spain were just trying to settle into this game. Dani Olmo, whenever he had the ball, was causing problems. The commentator said, I was feeling as well, whenever he had the ball for Spain were going to create something dangerous, and it'd be a warning side. Florian Wirtz, though, in the first minute of first half stoppage time, came very close to doubling the count for the game. Slipped in by Thomas Muller, and his curling effort went wide of the post yet again. Another massive missed opportunity for Germany, and they're really, really piling up. It would come back to hurt the side, because in the 119th minute, another substitute, Mikel Merino, would find the back of the net. Set up by Dani Olmo's fantastic whipped-in ball. Merino rises highest acrobatically and then heading that ball into the far corner to make it 2-1. And despite Nicholas Füllkrug having a chance right at the end of the game, he had a header which he put wide of the post. That would be that, and Spain would go on to win this game 2-1. A game with a lot of missed opportunities for Germany. A game that probably Germany owned the key moments of. They probably had 70% of the major moments, maybe 65% of the major moments. Spain just took their moments and managed the game much better. And I think that's when I came into the game, I talked about they just feel like their players are more experienced in these situations. It just felt like they'd managed those moments better. The likes of Aram Morata, Rodri, Dani Carvajal, Nacho Fernandez coming onto the pitch. These sort of players, they've been in these big situations. They don't manage a game like that when their backs are against the wall. Then you've got substitutes with experience like Mikel Oyarzabal and Mikel Merino, more substituted players with a lot of history and cup competitions and experienced players that know to win games of football. I think it just helped down the stretch. Nicholas Füllkrug, great striker for me, but uncharacteristic some of the misses he made in terms of heading the ball in this game. Florian Wirtz, another massive opportunity to score the goal in the first minute of stoppage time in the first half of extra time, misses that chance. Kai Havertz has 3 or 4 very gettable chances missed. And it just felt like those moments in front of goal where you need to be clinical, Spain took them. When Spain were on top, they took their chances. They controlled the game better when they had the opportunity to. When Germany were in control, it was a lot of chance, a lot of control, but never felt like they could find the back of the net. It was just like a lot of chances that were going unrewarded. And that's just the difference in the two sides. More clinical Spanish side that read the moment and owned the moments better, was a German side that had probably a majority of the moments, but didn't take them and couldn't capitalise them. So that's just the difference in this game here. And Spain, probably the most deserving side to go through. They've been the best team in this tournament by a long way. Continue their 100% win ratio. Second goal conceded so far in this tournament. The first that isn't an own goal for them, so defensively solid. They create chances for fun. And they took off all their superstars. Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, all off the pitch. You've got changes in midfield as well. Pedri taken off at Dani Olmo with that injury. You can argue strengthening or weakening some, but you lose a key player from the start there. Players playing on yellow cards as well. there was a lot going against the Spanish side, but in big moments, their big players stood up. You know, Rodri coming up for the big moment and producing some really important control midfield. Dani Olmo producing one of the great quarterfinal performances I've seen, coming off the bench in the base of the 10th minute and running out the rest of that game fantastically well. Mikel Merino off the bench, he struggled to get involved for the most part of the latter of the second half, then grew into the game in the first half of extra time and obviously scores a winner in the second half of extra time. So it just players own those moments. They were the better side overall, and I think they really, really deserved it of making it all the way through. Obviously, there was a controversy with the Cucurella handball incident in the with the Musiala shot with the first and second half of extra time period there. In my opinion, I think it was the right call by the referee. I don't think he made many calls right, and a lot of overplaying on yellow cards and the like in the game from Anthony Taylor. But that penalty shout for me, Cucurella's arm is out. He brings it towards his body and it hits him as he's almost alongside his body. So I don't think it's a yellow. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think it's an infringement. Yes, the ball's heading on target. Doesn't want to see him on save it? Probably not. But it's one of those situations where I think that should be the rule. If you make an attempt to make yourself skinnier, that's fine. When handball should be given when you're attempting to make yourself bigger or moving away. I don't care if it's natural position or not. As long as you're trying to make yourself a little bit smaller and bring your arm towards your body, I'm fine with it not being a penalty. It's just that people know the case is totally different from game to game. But in my opinion, that is not a penalty. So I think Anthony Taylor's made that call correct. Let's look at some of the key players in this game, starting with Rodri in midfield. Another great performance. As I said, started the first half not in control as much as I thought, especially the second half of the first half action. Germany grew in the game and controlled that midfield battle, but he came back into the game in the second half, especially in extra time as well. 7.4 match rating, 92 touches, 94% pass accuracy, made 4 to 4 accurate long balls, won 10 out of 7 of his ground duels, 3 clearances, 1 block and 7 tackles. Covered every blade of grass yet again, controlled the ball well. Him and the likes of Dani Carvajal, Nacho, and that sort of diamond on the right-hand side of that midfield and defence. You saw the veteran experience, you saw the trophy, you saw the winning nature there. They managed that game so well. Dani Carvajal was getting himself sent off because he knew he was already getting suspended. Small things like that. Nacho taking some time out of the game when he got a bit of a knock in the back just to slow the tempo of the pace down. Rodri, the control, the coolness on the ball to slide past midfielders when they're trying to tackle him, make the right pass, control the tempo of the game when they're under the pump in the start of extra time and also the end of the second half of regulation time there as well. He did a fantastic job. True captain's performance, given the armband as well. And yet again, he's going to be so important for this side going forward. He's a winner. And people are talking about him with the Ballon d'Or contention now, considering how well he's played in his Euros, how many trophies he wins. And if he goes and wins this Euros for Spain, there's a key debate here. He doesn't lose games of football, Rodri. He's only been involved in one loss now and how many, 60-odd games of competitive football. So he is a ridiculous player that contributes to winning so much. And you can't quantify it because of the role he plays. That's a unique position where he dictates control of games. He passes well, he defends well. It's such a different role that no one else can really match or quantify, but he did it yet again last night. Another key player, Aymeric Laporte at the back there, was fantastic in this game, especially when Germany were throwing numbers forward towards the end of that game there. 7.6 match rating, the 8 clearances, a block, an interception, 2 tackles, won every ground duel, 2 out of 4 aerial duels, 93 touches at 92% pass accuracy. He was the mobile brick wall. He was heading everything that went near him, winning every duel around him. Didn't lose that many opportunities. I don't think he got dribble pass at all in that game. Was really, really physical. Controlled the key moments of the game really well. And despite Nicholas Fulkrug being a key figure since being subbed on, he wasn't, made his life easy because of what Nacho and especially what Aymeric Laporte did to make him uncomfortable on the pitch. Covered the grass really well, commanded the space really well. And I think if it wasn't for those Spanish defenders and Unai Simon in goal, it could have been a very, very different game because Germany were charging come the end of that game, especially in the second half there. So fantastic performance from Aymeric Laporte. And then finally, Dani Olmo, player of the match for me. 112 minutes, 1 goal, 1 assist, 5 out of 6 successful dribbles, 3 key passes, 2 accurate crosses, including that cross that led to Mikel Merino's winner. 9 out of 14 ground duels, 1 as well. He was all over the park, creating from the left, down the middle, in behind the striker, up top at times as well. It's as I said, in the second half, towards the latter stages and in extra time, whenever Dani Olmo got on the ball, it just felt like, wow, what's going to happen now? Because he was magic with the ball at his feet, skipping past defenders, making the pass, dropping the ball off the little 1-2s, looking really quick on the ball as well. It looked like he had an extra bit of acceleration and pace that no one else had in the park there. It was like his game, his moment. He was thriving in it. And, Spain looked towards it. That was really smart from Spain to continue to look to Dani Olmo, continue to feed in the ball, and he created that magic moment to lead to Mikel Merino's winner. I just think through the whole 112 minutes he played, I don't think he put a foot wrong. Defensively, not too bad as well when he had to tuck in and be a bit more compact. made that massive assist, scored a fantastic goal as well. That late run is so important. It's so important to time that run perfectly. You see Lamine Yamal running, you hold your run enough that you can get on the edge of it, on the edge of the area. And then the finish as well. As I said, on the live show, I didn't react much because I thought it was a scuff finish, but he purposely, really precisely placed that ball in the corner. Didn't use power or pace, just used precision, found the bottom corner, and a complete performance for me from a winger in the number 10 role. He just did a bit of everything and did it really, really well. So once again, yes, Pedri got injured, and it was probably a big loss at the time, but we said it coming into the game, do they start Dani Olmo? Because whenever he's played, coming off the bench in the last game versus Georgia, starting that final game versus Albania, he's got the score sheet. It's 3-3, I'm pretty sure, for Dani Olmo, and he continues to show us how dangerous he is and how much of a talent he is in the Bundesliga. RB Leipzig are blessed to have a player like him on that side, and because of the goals and assists he can create from midfield areas. So another fantastic performance of him and a well-deserved win for Spain. It was hard work at times. They made a lot of changes. Their young stars didn't quite excel to the top. Obviously, Lamine Yamal gets the assist. Nico Williams tried hard, but it was the other players, the Dani Olmos, the Mikel Merinos, that stand up in the key moments to get the win. Ferran Torres impactful off the bench as well. Just showing the depth of the Spanish side, probably the deepest squad out of every team here at the Euros. They played 24 out of the 25 players that were brought to the Euros. The third keeper is the only one who hasn't played yet, showing the depth of the squad and the quality the squad has. So fair play to Spain. They're easily their favourites now after beating a very dangerous Portugal side on home soil. Backs against the wall type stuff as well. It wasn't a convincing Spanish performance, but once again, they're winning a game in a different manner. They've won games in so many different manners, dominating, counter-attacking, backs against the wall, rotation squad. They've won in so many different ways. They don't concede goals. They create chances. It's just unbelievable, and they're a great side to watch as well. So they go and play now France in a semi-final, who is a different challenge altogether. They're a side that's very defensive. Don't give up many opportunities and will punish you with the lack of opportunities they have themselves. So going to be a very, very interesting game. Two contrasting styles, but cannot wait for that one in the semi-final. With that being said, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash a like on it, subscribe to the Players Zone channel for more videos like these, and press that post notification bell so you know we upload. Obviously, the game recap will come out later today from Portugal and France, but it's been a great set of action from the quarterfinals so far. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the upcoming quarterfinal action, and I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Till next time, guys. See you later.